It's a welterweight title fight in Las Vegas. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC 296 between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. Edwards, of course, is coming off a successful series with former champion Kamaru Usman, closing out that series 2-1 and taking the title in the process. Well, up for his first defense that is not named Kamaru Usman is, well, another wrestler in Colby Covington. Of course, Colby Covington has been a polarizing figure, but lest we not forget he is also a talented fighter who wins much more than he loses. He's going to have another shot at a title this Saturday. Time of this video, the odds makers and the public are siding with the sitting champ in the neighborhood of -156 with a comeback. On your challenger, Covington, the underdog in the neighborhood of +122. Now, I expect these numbers to fluctuate. The line is kind of arguably flipped. It kind of opened the other way, but of course, public money swung it in the way of the sitting champ, and I don't disagree there. I'm a big fan of Leon Edwards. He is a southpaw who has all the weapons you love to see, as well as underrated clinch tactics that I called for in my prediction for him to win by decision in his last fight. He showed a lot of those, but he's really going to have to show said clinch controls, wrist controls, and the whole lot of things to deal with the bag of wrestling that Covington brings to the table. Of course, Covington, since moving to MMA Masters, has kind of been having a bit of a countering style. He doesn't necessarily completely sell out for going forward, and he doesn't also completely sell out in the southpaw stance. He will set up calf kicks and right hands off an orthodox stance. He's been having some success with that, but what I do notice, regardless of what iteration or stance, is that left hands do seem to be the common culprit for Covington. Of course, the southpaw versus southpaw matchup, Covington 5-0 against UFC level lefties in his defense, but wrestling was obviously the crux of a lot of those matchups, whereas Edwards 4-1 with that one coming to a split decision loss to Claudio Silva in his debut, with a lot of grappling in that fight. Granted, it was a long time ago, almost a decade now, right? So I'm going to go with Edwards to successfully defend his title. To see whether I pick him by decision or inside the distance, well, you're just going to have to check out my in-depth breakdown over at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.